Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the installment of Scott's Selections here for Tuesday, January 26th. Before we get into today's play of the day, a quick recap of what happened yesterday. Yesterday was a pretty eventful day. I know we ended up losing the play of the day in the video with the Heat team total over 113.5 at minus 125 on Fox Bet. However, we did pretty well in college basketball and in the joint show. So for those reasons, ended up going 4-2 yesterday, 4 plus 1.54 units. To recap all the plays there, I already mentioned the Heat play. Ended up winning with Virginia -7 and the over in that game. Ended up winning with Prairie View A&M -9.5. Ended up winning with Golden State Warriors -8.5 as they absolutely took care of business against the Timberwolves. And then ended up having a really bad beat, one of the worst beats probably of the year, in my opinion, for West Virginia first half -1, up 8 with about 3 minutes to go, 3.5 minutes to go, and didn't score for the rest of the half and ended up giving up a buzzer beater to end the half tied. So ended up really falling apart there for the -1, but either way, went 4-2, pretty solid day. I know, of course, the standalone videos have not been, I'd say, doing that well over the past week or so, and I'm aware of that, so I'll hope to bounce back here and get back on track there on Tuesday. And for today's play of the day, we're going to be looking at a college basketball matchup in the A-10. It's going to be on a match between Richmond and St. Joe's. And for this matchup here, we're going to be taking the road team in Richmond, -10.5, which is available on BetMGM at -115. The time recording of 3:18 a.m. Eastern Time. Now, mostly this one's available at -11. However, there are a couple of 10.5s left. I do think this line will continue to climb. Probably close around 12, 12.5. That would be my assumption. A couple reasons why, though. First of all, Richmond's been the much better team so far this season. Richmond's 9-4. St. Joe's is 1-12. To make matters worse, St. Joe's is also 0-7 in conference, easily the worst team in the entire A-10, not even that close. Now, Richmond so far this season has also been very good on the highway. Richmond is 5-1 straight up and 5-1 against the spread on the road, whereas St. Joe's is 1-2 at home straight up and 0-3 against the spread at home. Now, Richmond, you might be wondering, at 9-4, might overlook this team being the worst team in the conference. So what does Richmond have to play for? And the answer is a lot. Now, according to Joe Lunardi's bracketology, which some people follow during the year, some people wait till right before March Madness to actually look at, Richmond was in the last four in before the weekend, and then Richmond ended up suffering a massive setback, losing to LaSalle at home by a pretty, pathetic way, I guess. They kind of trailed for most of the game, cut it to 1 late in the second half, and then fell apart down the stretch. But the point is, now Richmond, not even close to being in the tournament, probably in the next 4 out, somewhere in that territory. So Richmond, if it loses this game somehow, this team has got no shot to make the tournament besides winning the conference title. So Richmond should be very motivated to get back on track in this game. Richmond hasn't lost games and hasn't not lost back-to-back games all season long, and I think that Richmond should be very motivated to come out for this matchup, especially after the last road game that it ended up smacking George Mason by, I believe it was 20 or so, really just took him behind the woodshed. I do think you'll see a similar script in this game. But looking at some numbers and some stats to back Richmond in the spot, first of all, Richmond is much better offensively, as Richmond ranks 28th in the nation in offensive efficiency, according to KenPom rankings, where St. Joe's ranks 158th. Plus, Richmond ranks 118th in adjusted defensive efficiency, according to KenPom, and St. Joe's ranks 251st. So Richmond's significantly better, 130 spots better, give or take, offensively, and 140 spots, give or take, better defensively. These teams aren't really close to each other. Plus, Richmond is shooting 7% roughly better or higher from the floor, roughly 4% higher from three, and roughly 4% higher from the free throw line. So Richmond is the more efficient offensive team, the better defensive team, and also is able to make its free throws and tends to hit three-pointers at a much higher clip. So I do think Richmond should blow this game open. Plus, a huge reason why St. Joe's has been awful this season is because of turnovers. And just because this team plays fast doesn't mean this team actually plays under control whatsoever. As Richmond currently is tied for 29th in the nation with 10.7 turnovers per game, which is very impressive. Meanwhile, St. Joe's up-tempo style is not afraid of a little craziness, ranks 277th in the nation with 15.1 turnovers per game. So if Richmond has the better offense and the better defense and St. Joe's keeps turning the ball over at a great frequency, while Richmond does not, I think Richmond should have enough possessions to eventually blow this game open and get back on track after such a lackluster performance. Plus, St. Joe's is still going to be without its best player in Ryan Daly, who is averaging 17.2 points per game and a team-high 6.2 rebounds per game. Now, he has not played since December. He's only played in 5 games all year. However, there have been some reports that he is expected to return soon. However, it seems like it'll not be for this game. It will be for St. Joe's next game against Duquesne. So for that reason, St. Joe's down its best player again. This team only has 2 scorers averaging double digits with Daly out. I just don't think this team has enough firepower to keep up with Richmond, and I do think Richmond's defense will put the clamps down while also capitalizing on St. Joe's abysmal defense. So the play that I once again here for Tuesday, January 26th is going to be on Richmond, -10.5, which is available on BetMGM at -115. That's been Thomas Scott Selections. Good luck to all of you and your respective bets today. Bye, everyone.